Welcome to a Girl Talk. My name's Megan.
I'm Ashley.
And we're having a Guinness today because it's St. Patrick's Day. It's the nitro cold brew one.
It's pretty delicious.
It's quite good. Here we go.
Thank you.
Oh, this one. Just in case you didn't know. That was for the YouTube people. If you're listening on Spotify, then you wouldn't have seen that. But do you like Guinness? I don't know. I do. It's quite smooth.
I love Guinness. I think it's delicious.
I know it's kind of like basic in like the beer world, especially like because everyone got into craft beer, but like it's a classic.
It is a classic. And then you add coffee.
Yeah,
it's
hidden.
It's in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've actually tried to record this like 3 times now because my internet was interrupting our session. And now I'm a little discombobulated, I think is the word. Because I'm like, okay, I said this, that, and the other thing. And yeah, now I'm just rambling. So.
Well, we were talking about the Irish Prime Minister.
Yeah, and I don't even, what's his name?
On what?
Things I learned on TikTok this week. Turns out he's a stellar man. Oh, Michael Martin. I'm not going to try to do the actual Irish pronunciation. You know what I did do today? I did look up my DNA again because it says British and Irish, but then I looked, and then it's kind of funny just given their historical stuff with the British, but like all my heritage is like East Britain, like Sussex, Cambridge, like Angola, so like none of it is actually Irish. It's just like there's a chance that, you know, that just happens. But like I was like, oh, I'm like the enemy. But turns out the Irish are the coolest white people on earth, according to marginalized groups, because they've been just like stellar on their politics since 2011 with this guy in charge. I guess he's retiring though this year. So be curious to see who steps into power. It sounds like the Irish aren't going to tolerate some orange idiot or some guy named Pierre. I actually like Mark Carney. I like him now. I think I'm sold.
I need to do more research.
Well, at first I was like, he's just a banker dude. Like that sounds
lame. That's right. I feel like a banker in charge of a whole...
Right? And it's like, that seems like red flag right off the bat. But then, you know, I kind of looked into him. He grew up as a hockey player his whole life. And I kind of like, you know, athletes, professional athletes, like people take it really seriously. Like that builds like some good character, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, hockey culture is... questionable.
That's a whole episode on its own.
But like I feel like there was like a golden age of like hockey players, like right in like the 60s, 70s, 80s kind of thing. Like I mean, I have no idea, but it just seems like it was like a little more wholesome. We lost our other Canadian hockey player to MAGA, actually. Wayne Gretzky came out supporting Trump, just a side note.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he said something. I don't know what he said. I don't care. But okay, so anyways, my dad's a hockey player too, and like a hockey coach, so I was already like feeling the fatherly love when I heard this little backstory. But he got like a scholarship to, I believe it was Oxford, and I don't know if he switched schools to do his PhD, but he did like financial crisis management. And then he went and worked at Goldman Sachs for a while, and then became our head banker, Central Bank of Canada. And that happened right when the financial collapse was happening in the United States, so 2008. And I guess he did like a stellar job. And then he did such a good job that England hired him to like run their bank, like the main bank. That's pretty crazy. And then Brexit happened, right? I think that was like 2020. So that's like his resume. And I kind of just like that he hasn't been a politician. Seems just like a good guy. A competent guy, given like everything that's happening in the world right now. I feel like probably pretty good. Better than Pierre. Better than Pierre. But Maybe we got some pro PR people. We had 20 listeners on our last episode. I looked at the stats. I'm pretty happy about that. So thanks for listening, team. We appreciate you.
Yeah, you should speak out more.
Yeah, well, you gotta like it or comment it, unless you're just judging us. But you can just judge us in the comments. Maybe you can make a fake account. Too. You can hate on us. I'll take it. I'd rather know.
Me too.
You know,
tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, the judgment of being online is a thing, right?
It is a thing, yes.
So it's fine. Everyone on TikTok's always like so aware of how, because the comments go crazy. I actually saw a really funny video. This is about racism. This is like just a side tangent. This guy, he's like, oh wow, a nice video about how the rivers, the canals in Japan are so clean that koi can live in them. There's nothing going to be racist in the comments. And then he goes through the comments. It's like all so much racism in the comments. Like definitely mentioning India, Arab nations. Like, oh. And like, just so funny how people just find a way to make something so basic, just racist. Anyway.
That's people for you.
That is people. A little discouraging as far as the human race goes. Yeah, not too much Elon news. I mean, there has been news. They did something outrageous. They like straight up didn't listen to, like, they're deporting people like super illegally. It's not looking good.
Yeah, I've heard.
You heard about the Columbia University guy?
No. I heard about, oh gosh, it was some other race that they were like talking about, like they can't stay in the States.
Venezuela?
No.
They're trying to, like, their excuse is that they're trying to crack down on crime and like get the criminals out. So the thing that they broke was like, they're just deporting all like races. Like they're just, and there's a process, like they're just, people have green cards, but they're just like without,
doesn't matter,
due cause. Even though the court ruled it, they tried to actually evoke, well, they did try to evoke a past, I don't know if they're called laws, sorry, I'm like, it's girl talk, that's why it's called girl talk. Like when World War II happened, like for like Japan, Germany, like when that stuff was going on, they did this to like get people out. So, but basically the requirement for this to be enacted was that there had to be a war, except for it doesn't work in this situation because the US isn't at war with some of these countries. Mm-hmm. So that's why the court was like, no, you can't do that. But then they did it anyways. And
that seems
crazy.
Could you imagine?
It's a little unhinged.
Super unhinged. And like disrupting in the most brutalist way. People, like, they had a green card?
Yeah, well, that's the Columbia guy. Okay, so the Colombian guy, okay, no, he's at Columbia. I really need to get this fact straight. I didn't come prepared for this talk, but yeah, he had a green card. He is married. He's expecting a child. I'm pretty sure he's married. His wife she's American. But anyways, he was at Columbia and he was helping to organize protests against Israel and Palestine conflict. So he was pro-Palestine and was like a main leader. And that's pretty much why he got detained, which
Lord.
That is a legal thing that he did. Obviously, none of them were violent. So yeah, he got incarcerated and then no one told his wife. Like, yeah, I don't know where it's at right now.
Did he end up getting deported then?
Well, they're holding him. They're holding him. I haven't heard an update yet.
Oh, I would like an update on that. I don't know.
It's kind of crazy.
Keep my eye out. Didn't tell his wife? What? Like,
yeah, and like,
what year is this?
No, dude, it's scary. Plus, like when we were talking about the new book that Zuckerberg's trying to get off the market, which he actually did get off he didn't get off the market, but like the author isn't allowed to market it anymore, and they're not publishing any more copies of it because... Do you want to listen to this, girl? Let's just put her on.
I just couldn't remember.
Okay, what's the book called? Oh, yeah, you need to hear it.
Yeah. The book is called Careless People.
Careless People. So one woman's account of, like, working for Zuckerberg during Trump's first administration. And so she hadn't signed an NDA, which is why she published it. But then there was, like, some other angle that he was able to put limitations on her marketing it. And there's another woman reading it on TikTok. Well, there's a few people reading it, but there's one woman who also worked for Zuckerberg and Meta in the past year is reading it and then also sharing her experience. And so it's just so interesting, like these men that are running have the most power.
Yeah, I can't find that video that it was on, but I want to read it just because they don't want us to.
Well, yeah.
I would like to know more.
Well, the few excerpts that I've heard this woman read is kind of like just talking about different trips that they take. And like, so the one that sticks out in my brain is Mark doing karaoke on the private jet home from a convention. Ooh, I want to say South America. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, the girl that was on the plane, she's like, he was doing Backstreet Boys and Disney covers, and like they were doing karaoke before the plane, and then he wanted it to keep going, and she was just like noticing just kind of like how sad and kind of pathetic it felt deep down. I mean, I'm all for a good karaoke round, but I mean, there's layers upon layers. It's just kind of like showing Zuckerberg as someone who doesn't care about morals and ethics. Like
he's like every other man in power and just wants money.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Things we already knew, but it's interesting to get that perspective.
I do. I'm going to follow this a little more so I can know more about this book.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get it in town.
I don't know.
I wonder if the local place, River B, is going to get it. We should
Is,
definitely get a copy.
Or that other one. There's 3 bookstores in this town.
I'd be kind of into looking at books on our show a little bit and having little discussions about them.
Yeah.
I actually pulled out some books. This is the book that I've been wanting to talk about. It's called Rumors and Gossip, the social psychology of hearsay. It's an old book. I think this was published in like the 60s, but I find it super interesting. So I'm going to be looking at this, and I kind of want to talk about it some more because Medicine Hat, it's gossip and rumors are always just like,
well, it's a cliquey town.
Yeah, a cliquey town
on gossip and rumors.
Exactly. But then it's like not valid or something. Mm-hmm. Like people don't respect the gossip and rumors, although they respond to the gossip and rumors. It's just kind of like, I just feel like there's something to be learned, a slight shift in perspective, and also just about like honoring people's voices and also correcting the rumors and gossip if needed. I don't know. So that's something I was thinking about reading with this. I also have a witches. I found this on my bookshelf. I inherited a bunch of books from a spiritual gal. The Complete Book of Witchcraft. So Medicine Hat would love that. It's a Wiccan course book. Oh my god. I literally opened it to the craziest picture. It's lesson 4. There's a priestess and an initiate and a squire and a priest. And it literally gives you a script. But like, here's the picture. For those watching on video, just a couple of a man and a woman blindfolded staring at a wall.
Naked.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Interesting. Okay. If you're really Christian, I've just offended you. I should be reading that.
If you're really Christian, you're not listening to us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I actually had two, like, I know a few of my friends identify as Christian, and my mom does too, and my stepdad, and my stepmom, actually. A lot of people I know do. I seem to get by. Like, I'm like, I won't say I'm Christian, but I'll be like, I get down with Jesus, but like, what about all the other spirits? And that's blasphemous usually in Christianity, but I don't know. It's just are you Christian?
No. No. I believe in whatever. I don't believe in organized religion.
Would you say you're an atheist?
No, because an atheist would be like not believing in anything, no? Isn't that?
Would you say you're agnostic? Agnostic is like open, but like there's so much unknown, so you're not willing to really subscribe to anything. You subscribe to everything, but nothing. Yeah. But then you also have like solid things.
Yeah, that.
Like you'll rely on the facts.
Mostly.
And experiences and be open but then adapt if there's new information.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Agnostic just, I don't know. I don't like the word.
It sounds so.
My friend sent me a video and she's like, why I'm an atheist and not an agnostic. I don't like this girl. She talks about spirituality in like a no nonsense way from a feminine perspective. And I've actually liked a lot of her stuff. Doesn't matter. I don't even know her name, but lately she just got on there and like was like, astrology isn't real.
Oh,
she pissed me off. And I sat through the whole thing, and she was basically, she cited a few studies now, just being like, the moon doesn't affect the human body. She's like, yes, it affects the tides, but there's so many, like, she talked about biology, and like, there's lots of barriers, like its body is its own little thing, and like there's no way like the moon will affect it. And then there was like a couple other studies, and I don't really remember those, but that was her thing. She's like, so yeah, but like if you like astrology, like go ahead and follow it, like that's fine, but like it's not real. Pissed me off.
I feel like
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I work in healthcare, and that I detect as a lie, because
they didn't mention
it is
that.
Crazy around that time.
That's what I've heard. And like, I don't know, just in my own experience, like since connecting with astrology, I think it's men maybe don't feel it in their body as much. I wonder if this woman is either, well, she's a little older, doesn't matter. She's probably like in her 40s if I were to guess, but it's like if you're not connected to your womb as much, it can be a little harder to like feel. So I'm like, is this girl on birth control? Does she have a womb still? Like, is she not feeling it that way? Because that's how, I don't know. I refuse. I refuse to believe what some dudes published in the...
Yeah, I don't believe. I believe in astrology.
Yeah.
I mean, to each their own. If you don't want to believe in it, cool. Don't look at it. Don't read about it. Move on.
Well, I mean, if guys aren't trying to at least be open to it nowadays with like the way our culture shifted, at least our generation younger, I feel like they're going to have a hard time being cynical atheists in this world.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I went on a date with a guy and he was a scientist guy.
Smart. Yeah,
he was smart. He was like working in like a science field, whatever. He had a degree. And I was like talking about astrology to him, and he was kind of like answering me. Like he like knew his sign and was like happy to talk. But then I realized he was fronting the whole time.
Well, he's a scientist.
Exactly.
His whole life is based on trial, error, and facts.
Which I like that method too. And you'll have to wait. But I was speaking to my daughter offline there. But yeah, because he like wasn't on board with it, or wasn't even like thought it was valid, I was like, there's no way. No. Not gonna work for me.
Well, no.
And then that's when the last time we hung out. So I'll do a poll. That's the poll that we can put polls in Spotify or in the comments in YouTube.
What's the poll? Do you believe?
Do you believe in astrology?
Yeah.
What's the deal? What do you think? What's going on? Is it an
And if
ancient...
you don't, why?
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, what is your main top reason for what? Like, why?
And you can't... The deal is you can't bring up the study that is like the professor who surveyed his class, and he gave them horoscopes, and then they all like resonated with some, and then it turns out they all got the same one. Just showing that's not. We're not jiving with that one. That one's old.
That's not even a good. Okay,
that's the atheist. Like that's
note,
in their Bible.
It's not even a good like whatever that is. If he gave them all the same horoscope and some of them it resonated. Like, what about pulling cards?
Yeah.
Right? It's not, you're not fortune telling, but like if you have a calling to do a reading and you do a reading, it's not going to jive with everyone, but if it fits.
Plus it's like, okay, who wrote the horoscope? Like there's like some like psychology, social psychology, like, and probably a lot, and there's a lot of fake and bad astrologers, people, right? So like, you know, like when you use vague language, when you like, there's a way to like write a horoscope that's just like not going to be super specific. That would be general, that a lot of people could connect with. So I'm like, if you can show up with that study and then bring the horoscope with you, and then we can analyze the horoscope. That's the only way you're allowed to bring it up.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Because I don't want to look it up. I don't care. That's like pre-20. That's like 2016. Before then, that's like a whole life. That's
how deep that is in the internet.
Yeah, that's buried. That's old news. Yeah. Well, we can end it there because you gotta go. Because you gotta work.
Yeah,
I'm still looking for work.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta work. I gotta teach Aquafit in the morning. All right. Well, that's that. Leave your comments. Tell me what you think about astrology. And then we'll fight with you if you disagree. Okay. Just kidding. We'll listen. Okay, bye.
Bye.